We're back.
Yeah.
It's another segment
Of Zay and Kruz.
It's Thought of the Day.
Thoughts.
Thoughts of the Day with Kruz and Zay. Episode
Dos.
2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we are back with another sad story of a man shot and killed by a police officer.
Like literally next week. Like I thought we was going to get to talk about something else this week. Now we're back here amidst the Trump rally in Tulsa and Juneteenth, which should be a national holiday in my opinion.
Soon to be. What would I get? 47 states somehow recognize.
Nike's making it a paid holiday.
Okay.
And a few other companies as well.
47 states recognized it in some shape or form.
And Trump alleges that he put it on the map.
That was
cute.
Virginia and New York.
So Virginia and New York
signed an executive order recognizing Juneteenth as a paid day of leave for state employees. It's a state holiday. Kamala Harris.
She was on the show with us on Sharpton yesterday.
You want to tell the people what you're talking about? You can't just throw that out there, and listeners have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm a producer / screener on the Reverend Al Sharpton show, and as a lead up into Juneteenth, they had Kamala Harris in yesterday.
She proposed a bill to make it a national holiday.
Right. Shout out to Kamala Harris. I think she might end up being a VP or at least Attorney General.
If Biden wins?
Yeah.
I don't like Biden. I don't like what the Democratic Party did to Bernie Sanders. And I get it. A lot of people not like Bernie. I'm not telling you who to like. But with my point,
I feel like
I don't like what they did to Bernie.
You don't like what they did to Bernie?
I don't like what they did to Bernie. You had all these people trying to run, making it harder for him to give enough votes in certain states. And then when they were debating Biden's the worst, Biden's this, Biden that, and out of nowhere, once you get rid of poor Bernie, now, I'm coming out to support Biden. Biden's the guy to go. Biden's the man. Now Biden's your man. Politics just sucks.
I just think it's the wrong time to get choosy because right now anything's better than Trump, bro. I can't do another 4 years with this is just crazy.
Might have to,
bro. This is crazy.
Might have to.
And amongst things that I don't like is what happened in Gardena, California.
Yeah, back to the originals. We got away from that.
Los Angeles Sheriff's Department deputies shoot and kill an auto body shop security guard in Gardena. The owner confirmed that he was a security guard. Young guy, his sister is completely distraught, saying the family is destroyed.
He was a good man. He was going to make it in life. He was going to make it and become a good professional man in life. But they took that away from my family and me. My parents are completely destroyed. We're all dead already inside.
Now, here's the part that I just can't, it just keeps coming up to me over and over again. If you're a police officer, and I get it's a tough gig, right? But in the current climate that this country is in right now, how does this happen over and over and over again? Now, they're saying that the deputies observed him in some alley or something like that outside of the garage, at which point I guess they locked eyes and he took off.
I'm going to read this quote, okay?
Good.
Deputies observed the individual, at which point he observed the deputies. The individual then produced a handgun and then began running southbound away from the deputies through businesses nearby. At some point, the deputies contacted the suspect. Well, that's when the deputy involved shooting occurred. They also said that he was not wearing any identifiable clothing or a uniform indicating that he was working in the capacity of security.
Well, here's the thing. The gun wasn't registered. From what I'm reading here, any identifying marks on the gun were pretty much like it was the serial number was scratched off.
So it was an illegal weapon.
See, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like
this is the second
if you're
fatal.
working,
This is the second fatal shooting involving the L.A.
Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
So in the past 2 days.
Hold on, this is something else?
On Wednesday, this deputies fatally shot Tehran Jamal Boone, identified by family as a half-brother of 24-year-old Robert Fuller, a black man who was found hanging from a tree last week in Palmade. You hear
What
about this?
the
You
fuck?
hear about this, right?
Are you kidding me right now, bro? And there's been hangings all over the country. Even had the Mexican dude who just got hung.
Guy,
was it Houston?
That was found. Yeah, it was. I did hear it was a Mexican guy who got.
Yeah, bro. I mean, here's my thing, bro. Usually when somebody wants to hang themselves, they do it in the privacy of their own home. They don't go out and hang themselves on a tree. That's some Ku Klux Klan type shit. Shit's crazy. I got picked up in an Uber yesterday on my way to go produce on Sharpton, and this guy was listening to like Republican radio. He was listening to Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
And it just felt weird in there, you know? And I don't think it's ever felt that weird, not at least in my lifetime.
Yeah, but he's a douche for doing that.
But what I'm saying to you is
driver.
like this, but people, right, because people are emboldened right now, bro.
You see those 2 videos in Ohio where the cops were standing there and the people got assaulted? The Black Lives Matter protesters got assaulted in front of cops.
And the cops didn't do nothing.
didn't do nothing.
Bro, come on,
2
man.
videos.
Come on, man.
I think
It's
they're
like,
both in Ohio.
It's like when you see these Ku Klux Klan people do their rallies, right? And why are those rallies always peaceful? And when we go out to rally, we get sprayed with mace. We get hit in the eye with rubber bullets. Like, we should be able to demonstrate our right to protest in peace without being fucked with. Like,
I will say,
did you see the video of the dude that was sitting there like, I am your brother, I am
crying.
this,
They
I am
arrested
that,
him.
crying, and they just grabbed him, yanked him out of there, and took him out of there. You know why? Because he was a voice. Regardless of anything, that has to hit your heart. I don't give a shit how much of a bad motherfucker you are. This kid's sitting here telling you, Kruz, I know you hate me, but I'm your brother. You're really like, yo, shut the fuck up, because you don't want to hear the love because you have so much hate in your heart, bro. That when somebody
when
is
somebody is
saying like
opening up
words
themselves like
of
that,
love to you, bro,
And all
you're
you
like,
can do is-
fuck you, man. You're going to jail.
I
Like,
will
where the
say-
fuck are you at mentally, man?
I will say that the protests the last couple days, they've been overly peaceful.
Yeah.
They have.
You know, Sharpton got death threats about.
It's probably not the first time that Al Sharpton has gotten
Shout out
death
to Tony
threats
Scott. He
in
said
his
that too.
life. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he said that? Yeah, that's
Right.
not the first time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gotten death threats more than once.
But can you imagine just, like just living like that, bro? Like, shit.
No, it's tough. I mean, but you definitely nowadays, if you have a strong opinion and people are offended by it or they don't agree with what you're saying, some people take it to the extreme, And if you have a platform like he does and a lot of people hear it, think about it. I mean, if this show becomes any more famous than it is now, trust me, the things we say will get critiqued and judged way more.
And y'all can talk all the shit y'all want because we're always going to stand on the side of what's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's right? That when it comes down to the important things, you know me, my mom.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, we
do
all
the important things right, man.
Nobody's perfect. We all falter. We all make mistakes. We all let each other down at some point in time. But my whole point is like, you got to try every day to be as righteous as you can. That's my whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be out here just fucking people,
Well,
man.
we'll see what happens.
Then you're Donald Trump.
What?
Did you see him last week when he was here in Dallas and he was parading around? He had all his like black supporters like just like speaking good on him.
Remember
Did you
he
see
had
that rally?
Yeah, he sat down with a bunch of black
Oh, Mr.
politicians
President,
and leaders.
you are so dope, Mr. President.
Yeah.
You got that check, right?
Whatever that guy's name was, the title that I came across, that like this dude was literally ready to suck his.
Oh, it was
the
bad.
President Trump's.
It was bad, bro.
All CNN, Don Lemon, all these guys
They
talking
are
lies
all wrong,
about
Mr.
you.
President.
They lying about you, Mr. President.
Yeah.
You've done so much for black people.
Right.
We'll see what happens with this Guardado kid. Yeah, my thing is like I don't know why he ran. He had the gun and all that.
And let's
But
get
it's sad.
back to
It's
that.
sad.
So
It's
like,
sad,
so
but
you ran because his sister's saying he ran because he was scared.
Yeah, they answer it honestly like they don't know why. But did he have to die? That's the question again.
But no, I never heard or seen him have any kind of weapons, never talked about them. Why did he run? I don't know. Maybe he was scared. I don't know why he ran.
Last night, angry family members came to the scene demanding answers. The family says security camera video was removed by sheriff's investigators, and so were some of the cameras on the businesses here. The
Come
family
on, bro.
says they will fight to preserve Guardado's memory.
He was so great. He was working 2 jobs, trying to go to school to become a registered nurse, was always taking care of everyone in our family, helping other people.
I don't put it past them that they would plant something like so. Before that, we got that little piece of information. I was kind of like, bro, you had a gun and you ran. Like, why would you do that, right? But then as I'm listening and you look a little closer, it's like, okay, there was also other stuff there that.
Like why'd they take all the cameras? Is that protocol?
Right. This is what I'm saying. Like, what is the premise for that? Why did y'all do that? Like, that just to me, it brings up more questions, more whys, what's, and who's.
No, absolutely. Again, police are saying that they were patrolling the area and they saw a man flash a gun and run south between 2 businesses.
Now, if I just shot somebody by mistake, me and you were out patrolling or whatever, and I just shot somebody and it's like, oh shit, and amidst all this stuff, I'm going to need a legitimate reason as to why I may or may not have shot this guy. So
now,
you're telling me this guy was doing security and
the
he's
owner
walking around?
of the Freeway Auto Body Shop confirmed that
Guardado. Stop trying to make it sound all English.
Shut
Say
up. I'm
Guardado.
trying to say it with Latinos. With
Guardado. Guardado. It's Guardado. It means guarded, by the
Okay.
way. Just throwing it out there in case you didn't know.
Thanks for the Spanish lesson. Guardado worked as a private security guard for the shop. He confirmed it. So it's not like, I mean, yes, they're saying he wasn't wearing his security. He didn't look like
and
security.
the gun allegedly wasn't a registered as far as like being able to carry a gun.
He's got a clean background and everything.
Let me look at the verbiage here. Deputies also said Guardado was not. See, I did that. Guardado was not recognized as a licensed security officer by the state of California. They also said he was not wearing any identifiable clothing or a uniform indicating he was working in the capacity of a security guard. But again, you give chase to him and you shoot him. This brings up the same thing as like Rayshard Brooks. So you couldn't just walk him home. You couldn't snatch him up real quick. Hey, man, what are you doing around here? You shot him. Why? Again, brings up more whys.
Like, did he
more
fire
who's,
at
more
you?
whats.
Right? Like,
right. Even if he pulled a gun out. Okay, so here, I got to now go to the rallies in Detroit where these white people showed up with AK-47s and AR-15s, brandished them in front of everyone, okay, and were not messed with at all. But this guy maybe showed a gun real quick. Did he point it at you? Again, I don't want to go one way or the other because I believe in extremes too, but the whys, the who's, and the whats. Like,
and I don't know what gun laws are like in L.A. Like,
right, so again,
right
I don't want to speak out of turn and act like I'm the
But no, you made a solid point. You know, just because you see a person with a gun, because legally in certain states or whatever, you can walk around with a gun. So I don't. That's a really good point.
I mean, okay, here's the thing, right? We grew up in the hood, right? So we've seen plenty of people with guns. Now, when's the last time you saw somebody with just kind of brandish a weapon and you shot him?
No.
My thing is like in any sane person's mind, in any logical person's mind, you're automatically going to think when a story is told like that, wait, what part's missing? There's a part missing here. Like,
Yeah, there's something missing there.
There's something not here.
He's 18 years old, bro.
Yeah, the kid, Guardado.
He's a baby. Bro.
He's a baby working security, bro. Now, here's the thing, right? In L.A., you're working security amongst the blood and the Crips and everything that's going on. You're working security. You're a good kid, bro.
Right, you're doing technically a cop.
And here's another thing.
You know
and
what
living
I mean?
in L.A., you might have a gun. Registered or not. Let's just keep it real here. This is L.A. we're
Depending on
talking
where it
about.
is, right.
We've been to clubs where security guards have guns they weren't supposed to have. Like, this is not something out of the norm. You know, sometimes you do stuff out of necessity, maybe. Again, I can't justify what he did or didn't do. All I can say is, did he deserve to die for it?
No. It's the same thing with Rayshard Brooks, right? Because 2 weeks prior to the Rayshard Brooks shooting, they made 2 police officers got fired for using a taser because they called it a lethal weapon. Okay? 2 cops got fired. Rayshard Brooks turned, while he was running away from that officer, he turned around and shot his taser at him. Now, it might have been empty, but he still did it. Does the cop have to know that it's empty? No. But is he being shot at with a lethal weapon technically now?
And here's my thing.
Is he?
If you
wait,
get
answer that. Is he?
No, because if you get hit with the taser, you're not going to die.
No, but per the courts 2 weeks ago, they categorized it as a lethal weapon. So it kind of gives the cop the right to shoot him. I know. That's what I see unfolding right now.
Sucker shit 101.
That's what I see unfolding right now.
Come on, bro.
And I can see this cop maybe getting off.
They're trying to set this
now,
off
there's other
for
charges
acquittal.
against the cop because he shot into a park of cars with people in it, endangering people. But at the end of the day, it's a taser. And I get it. You could die. In some weird case, you could die from a taser.
Then rubber bullets need to be lethal, too.
No, they made those illegal, too, I think.
People have lost their
with that
eyes
executive
behind
order,
this.
I think, with the recently one that Trump just signed, I think one chokehold was made illegal. And certain gas canisters and stuff like that. Some of it, again, don't quote me on all this stuff, but roughly from what I picked up, they're now illegal. Rubber bullets. They're looking into other stuff to put on their criteria of things they use to
deter crowds
or de-escalate situations or subdue somebody instead of the stuff that they've been using. So
or kidnap people.
All
right, well, that's another episode of Thoughts of the Day with Zay and Kruz.
What? Huh? I don't even. You see how that doesn't even roll off your tongue?
Somebody said that the other day, but
it doesn't.
Fuck them. I don't care.
Zay and Kruz. Stop laughing. It's stupid. Thoughts of the day with
Kruz and Zay.
There you go. That sounds good.